All right, y'all, let's get into the Still, Moses, Robert Kennedy, and those types of things. Somebody sent me a video this morning of Rob Kardashian's wedding life and those types of things, but this gave me some reflections for Moses time frame and how they're going to be playing the women as far as this score. The devil's in the details, so we shall see how this plays out, but it appears to me that Kamala and Robert, they are going to be dating, okay? As they date up to the election, Kamala is going to withdraw kind of last minute, okay? Now, this tells me that Biden is going to be kind of out of the picture. I don't know if he's going to be in the hospital per se, or if he's going to be taken out completely, or whatever, but it's going to give grounds for Kamala to be riding the beast, for the devil, the Debbie, to get that short season, okay? So as she could be talking about running for president, right? And then she gets up and actually becomes president, and that's the 47, the 11, and then you have Trump coming in as the 45, the 9, and that's where you get the twin 9/11 event, and Trump is a Gemini and those types of things, but that's that twin 9/11 event as far as playing out as that type of what I've told you about and warned you all about, okay? All right, so as Kamala gets her reign and she's crushing in America, whatever, right? However it all plays out into the election, but she's going to let go of Robert, okay? And Robert's going to become his own candidate, and he's going to get a woman, okay, as a vice president. This woman is one of those Moses/Aaron characters that's coming to divide the Red Sea, okay? So keep in mind that Robert is on the Democratic level, all right? All right, so you have that, Robert Kennedy and his vice president woman setting up as a marriage for the presidency, okay? And then you have Trump. He's going to take another woman as a vice president, okay? So this is where you have DeSantis coming. He's going to have he's probably going to have a woman too, or Herschel Walker, right? The man. So that would also tie in the black sun for the Jesus, for day Satan, for the carnal savior part or whatever, where he has that black sun and the black Jesus. Anyways, y'all. So I could see him with the Herschel Walker, like that it's the Herschel, but it's the man, right? And then you have the other ones with the actual woman candidates. But anyway, it's just that flip. So we're getting to that point where those reflections are like coming and they're like going to be bouncing off each other like in real time kind of thing. So that's where you get like Herschel Walker, and then the Herschel Walker would be Trump, the wall man, and then he has her as a vice president, that kind of thing. Anyways, all right, so Trump, he has his woman candidate. Kennedy, he has his woman candidate, okay? Now, as this gets closer to the election, whatever's going to happen, all right, but Robert Kennedy's candidate and Trump's vice president candidate, okay, both the vice president women, all right, according to the storyline, they are going to come together at the end, and that's how they divide the blue party, and that's how they divide the red party, the red wave. And that's how you get the purple party, okay? So as this purple party comes in for a still, okay, then you're going to have DeSantis and the little horn in Texas and the South and stuff. They're going to rise up against that so-called stolen election or whatever, right? Because these women are going to steal the election in a popular vote because either way. So as these women come in and steal that popular vote, it's going to give Satan, his rise for the right and wrong and all these things to come in and protect the Constitution or whatever, because it's going to be like Trump's like that spiritual right and wrong or whatever, and then his candidate is going to be that, his candidate is going to be that spiritual right and wrong, and then Trump's going to be that physical right and wrong, because he's trying to lead the church down into hell. So their candidates are going to be dividing the parties or whatever. So Robert Kennedy's candidate is going to be swaying to the right, and Trump's candidate is going to be swaying to the left. This is how he gets the right party to turn their back on him, in a sense, okay? So I've told y'all that Trump can go to jail or whatever for his 3 days in the lower parts of the earth. But as the South and Little Horn is taken or whatever, and it turns into hell on earth with DeSantis and DeSatan, we know that Trump is in Mar-a-Lago or whatever. This can be his part of where it's the lower parts of hell or whatever too. So he's down stuck in South, and as they're destroying the South or whatever, they're laying the groundwork for the new area. Anyways, so that could be the reflection of, instead of him going to jail for 3 months or 3 years or whatever and doing it behind bars, he can do it down there where stuff's collapsed and it's just a shit show down there or whatever. So that would be like the lower parts of the earth in a sense, okay? So as that final stage of that 3.5 years comes up, then Trump would make it to where he's eventually the savior in 2028 and 2029, and how he turned on the woman that he had. However it's going to work out, okay? But it just, right now, I'm just telling you, I listened to the Rob Kardashian videos, okay? It updated me on the Moses. So it seems to be the play where the two women, the two vice presidents that are being on candidates, they're going to come together to join as a force, and they're going to pull the parties apart, and that's how you're going to get the rise and that final time and whatever else. And the women that are coming up, okay, that Moses and Aaron, that's the people, the God people need to go to, the Jesus people, the members of Christ that know we can do all things through Christ. We need to go with that, because they're going to be restructuring the laws and making America the true freedom and liberty that it was supposed to be and built on. And that's what Jesus died on the cross for, and that's his second coming, and that's a kingdom that he's going to be setting up for the millennial reign, for the people, the millennials and Generation X and all those things. They're going to come up and set up this new kingdom, okay? The Generation X is going to be part of the millennial or part of the beast. They're on the X marks the spot. They're the generation of iniquity, to where they've been taught the law and they've been taught to forsake the law kinds of things. So it's people like me who have grown up in church and have lived by faith, who aren't under the law, who recognize what Jesus has done on the cross. We are considered last to those who are first, and that's why the last are first and the first are last, and the church are stuck on their law. They're the carnal church. They don't recognize what Jesus has done. That's why he has to come back a second time to get rid of the church finally, okay? First time didn't get rid of the church, the second time will, because the church is us, and he is gathering his church right now. The Moses, as far as this score, I'll be keeping my ears open for some more types of scores going on, but this one seems to tie in to the Robert Kennedy and Trump and those types of things. Okay, folks? So let's see how it works out. This will be a major upset for them, for this information getting out. So this is where kind of the days are cut short for the elect's sake, because the elects are saying the key. There's different levels of elect. So as long as you're not given over to the delusion right now, and you know you're in end times, and you know the key players, and you kind of know whatever, and you know when the reality shift changes, and you know what those are up in the sky, then you're probably pretty good at this point, okay? But man, we'll see.